Hello friends, welcome to this presentation where we want to deal with the ECZ November 2019 Mathematics Paper 2. My name is Mr. Piri Kamani. Alright, so I'll take you through this paper. Now you need to know that when you're answering this paper, you answer it in 2 hours 30 minutes. Graph papers will be given to you, a brain paper will be given. Then you need to take note of the way in which you're supposed to answer. Section A, you need to answer all the questions, that is compulsory. Alright? Then section B, you answer 4 out of the possible 6. Then there is this condition that is very important to say, if the degree of accuracy is not specified in the question, and if the answer is not exact, give the answer to 3 significant figures. Alright? Give answers in degrees to 1 decimal place. So you are free to use your calculator. Okay. So again, you must know that for paper 2, there is a separate answer booklet that is given to you. Alright, something like that, where you need to put your details. Okay? Where you need to put your details like that. That is the answer booklet that will be given to you. Alright? Okay, so the first question, let's try to deal with the first question. Alright, so you can copy this question. Okay, so pause the video. Okay, so you can pause the video. I hope it's clear. Okay, pause. Copy. I hope it is very clear now. Copy this question. Okay, let's answer it together. Right. Alright, so the first one, question 1. A. We are given that matrix A is equal to 6, 2, that is the first column, then x3, that is the second column. Right? Roman numeral 1. Find the value of x for which the determinant of A is 36. So they want us to find the value of x when the determinant of this matrix is 36. So now, how do we get the determinant? You multiply the elements in the major diagonal minus the product of elements in the minor diagonal. Once you do that, the answer should be 36. So what are we saying? We are going to write an expression for the determinant because we're talking about the determinant. So we are going to say 6 by 3 minus 2 by x. This should give us the determinant, which is what? 36. That's what they are saying. We need to find the x when the determinant is 36. So what do? You write an expression for the determinant. Alright. So 6 by 3 we get 18 minus 2 by x we get 2x. That is equal to 36. Alright? Our interest is to find the x. So what we do, we group the right hand. So we have negative 2x is equal to 36 minus 18. Alright? So this will be negative 2x is equal to 36 minus 18. You should be able to get your 18. The question is, how do I get x? Remember, we want to find the x. Okay, so our interest is to get x, alright, and not negative 2x. So what do we do? How do we get x? We will divide by what we don't want, is negative 2 by negative 2, alright? So negative 2 and negative 2 cancel. We remain with x. X is equal to negative into positive, the answer is negative, alright? Then 2 into 18, the answer is 9. So x is negative 9. Alright? What does that mean? Therefore means that, look, this is our answer, we are done. What that means is that our A, matrix A, is equal to 6, 2. X there is negative 9. And here we have what? You have 3. This is our matrix. Alright? That is our matrix. Is it okay? Alright, so we go to the next question. Okay, we go to the next question. What's the next question? We are saying, hence, find the inverse of A. Hence, find the inverse of A. Roman numeral 2. Now, what is an inverse? We know that an inverse of A is denoted by that. So A inverse or inverse of A is given by 1 over the determinant of matrix A by the adjoint of what? A. Okay? That is how you get the inverse. So you are going to say the inverse of A is equal to 1 over, what is the determinant of A? The determinant of A, take note, is 36 because we are already told in the question. Don't make a mistake to use Z negative 9. And most cases, students make a mistake. Instead of putting this, they write that. Alright? So here, our determinant is 36. So I'll say 36. Open the bracket. By that, we are multiplying here. What is the adjoint? How do you deal the adjoint? You deal with the matrix. This is the major diagonal, and this is the minor diagonal. So in the major diagonal, the elements in the major diagonal interchange their positions. Meaning that while there is 6 here, you put 3, and while there is 3, you put 6. So you're going to have 3 here and 6 somewhere here, right? You carry together with the sign. Then, the elements in the minor diagonal are multiplied by negative. Meaning that here there is positive. Positive by negative, you have negative 2. Here there is negative. Negative by negative, you have positive 9. And this is our answer. You can end here. Alright? That is the answer for A. Okay? If you want, you can multiply there. Let's go to B. Okay? B. Right? Okay, so you can copy B. Pause the video. Copy B. Alright? Okay, so let's deal with the B. What is B? They are saying a box contains 4 red pens. The red pens, there are 4. Alright? And the 5 green pens. The green ones are 5. Meaning that this box contains a total of 90 pens. Now, a pen is picked at random from the box without replacement. Meaning that you are going to pick one after another, right? And the second one is then picked. So you have got 9 balls, 9 pens in a box. You pick one at random from the box without replacement. The second one is then picked. So in this case, you have done 2 selections. Okay. Then Roman numeral 1. Draw a tree diagram to illustrate the outcomes. So, because we have 2 colors, that is red and green, it means the kind of a diagram that we're going to draw will have about 2 branches or 2 arms. Alright? So you have a starting point here. Then you have this one for red. Alright? You have this one for green. Now, this is like the first picking. Okay? There's another one here. There's a second picking. So on each, you're going to produce 2. You're going to say here, I produce 2. That is red. And here you have green. Here you have red. Here you have what? green. Okay. Now, look, in the bar, in this box, there are 9. Now, what's the probability that as you are picking for the first time, you're going to pick a red pen? The question is, how many red pens do we have? We have 4. Alright? Out of the possible 9. The total. When you add this, you get 9. In the first picking. Take note, this is the second. Alright? Now, we are saying for red, it's 4 over 9. It means for green, as you are picking it for the first time, yeah, you pick from 5 out of 5. 5 out of 9. Alright? So you pick 1. You don't replace it, you throw it away. It means the number now will have reduced from 9 to what? 8. Because you have picked 1 and you have not replaced. What does it mean? The number down here will be 8, here it will be 8, the number here will be what? 8, here it will be 8. Okay? Now, we do not know the color of the pen that we picked in the first picking. So we begin to make an assumption to say, what if in the first picking here, I picked a red pen? It means as you go for the second time, the number of red pens should reduce because you are making an assumption that you picked red. Hence, in the second picking, the number of red pens are expected to reduce from 4 to 3. You raise 1. Alright? So we have made an assumption on red. It means green here should be maintained. So you have 5 here. We are making an assumption on what? Red. Then from here we jump to green to say, what if in the first picking we picked a green pen? Then the total number of green pens will reduce from 5 to 4. So here it will be what? 4. Yet, for the red ones, we'll maintain the original number because we are not making an assumption on red, but rather green. So here, we'll maintain again 4. Alright? And that one is your tree diagram. You get your 3 marks there. Okay? That is how you deal with that one. Then go to the next one. Okay. I hope you have taken note of the numbers, please. Those of you that are maybe watching us for the first time, please subscribe and share with your friends. Alright? And go to the second one under B. B. I hope you have the person. What is the probability of picking 1 red and 1 white? Alright? What's the probability of picking 1 red and 1 white? Okay. We want the probability of picking 1 red and 1 white. What does it mean? You can, sorry, it's not white, but rather green. What's the probability of picking 1 red and 1 green? So, you can pick red and green here, or you pick green here and red. Alright? So, we are saying, we are going to pick red and green, or we can start with green and the red. Green and the red. Right? What does this mean? This is the probability of picking red, green, plus probability of picking green, red. Alright? Well, these are mutually exclusive events. Alright. Now, what's the probability of picking red? This is like first picking second. First, second. What's the probability of picking a red pen in the first picking? Is 4 over 9. So I'm going to say, okay, let me write it here because of the space. So we'll say 4 over 9 times or multiplied by. What's the probability of picking green in the second picking? So here, what's the probability of getting green? It is 5 over 8. Alright? Plus. What's the probability of picking green in the first picking? 5 over 9. 5 over 9 by. What's the probability of picking red in the second picking? You have got 4. 4 over 8. Alright? So here we can now do the multiplication. We'll say 4 by 5 20. Alright? Divided by. What is 9 by 8? We get 72. Right? We get 72. Plus. What is 5? Again, here 5 by 4, we get 20. Divided by what? 72. Alright? What do we get? Look. The denominator here is 72 and here is 72. So I'll maintain my 72. Then add this. 20 plus 20, you have got 40. Okay? Then what you can do is you can reduce these things. You can use a calculator to reduce or use a number that you can use to divide. Alright? So if you are comfortable, you can use a number. What number can we use? Maybe 8. We say 8 here is 5. Alright? But 8 into 72, it is 9. Right? Now, if you are calculating and you are not sure, you can use a calculator. Alright? You are going to say, let me come closer. You are going to say 40. Alright? You come to this symbol, A, B slash C, you punch it. Divided by what? 72. What do we get? 5 slash 9, which means the answer here is 5 over 9. So if you have a problem, you are struggling to find maybe the highest common factor and you're dealing with paper 2, you can make use of a calculator. Alright? So that's that for question 1. We go to question 2. Okay. Question 2. Okay. That's question 2. We can copy it. Please pause the video. Copy it. We do it together. Okay. Alright, so question 2. We are told to simplify 6x squared minus 24. We divide everything by x minus 2. Okay. Now, how do we simplify this one? Right? Because it's a fraction, we can tell if at all we are able to divide or get the common factor for both the numerator and the denominator. But in this case, we are unable to do that. So what you do is you deal with the numerator on its own, then denominator on its own if it is possible. So we are going to say, alright, I have 6x squared minus 24. Do I have a way of manipulating this one? You know that you cannot add these because they are like terms. Alright? So because you cannot subtract. Now, because the subtraction of unlike terms, then I'll think of factorizing to say, am I able to factorize this? Now, the moment you think of factorization, you need to think of all the 4 methods of factorization at this level. That is, common factor, grouping of terms, difference of two squares, and factors of a quadratic expression. Those 4. But now, the first thing that you need to deal with is you compare the numbers. Do I have a number that can go into 6 and 24? Do I have the highest common factor? Yes, the number is 6. So you pull out 6. You say, okay, 6. Open the brackets. Alright? Okay, so you say 6, open the bracket. What is 6 into 6? 8. 6 and 6 will cancel, remain with what? X squared. Minus. What is 6 into 24? You get what? 4. Okay. Then you bring down your x minus 2 because you don't have any other way of dealing with this one. Then you say, I have 6. Open the bracket. That is x squared and 4. Now, as long as you have a square here and a minus, you now begin to think of it in terms of difference of two squares, especially if you have 2 terms. Alright? Then you say, okay, this is x to the power 2 and this is 4. Am I able to write this 4 to have a power 2? Yes, we are. This is the same as x to the power 2 minus 2 to the power 2, alright? Okay, doesn't matter the brackets here, alright? Over xc minus 2, you can even put this, you can maintain it, there's no problem, alright? Then you say, okay, this is x, open the bracket, can I manipulate this now? Yes, we can by factorization, using the difference of two squares. Because there is this square and that square, so what you are going to do here, you can maintain this x here. Here you maintain it, you can say minus. Then you're going to say xc plus 2. It's the same thing, you just put a plus there, or you start with a plus. Divided by x minus 2. Alright. Now, you realize that x minus 2 and x minus 2 can cancel. Why? Because we are multiplying. So our answer becomes 6 divided by, if not, it is 6, open the bracket, you remain with that one. xc plus what? 2. This one is our answer, this one. Alright? That one is our answer. I hope that is okay. That is our answer. Okay? I hope it is clear. Okay, we can go to the next one. We can go to B. B. Right, so you can pause the video, attempt, and see what you are going to get. Given the geometric progression, you have got 4, 8, 16. That is the GP that we have. Alright? We have that. Okay. Roman numeral 1 under this one. Can we find the geometric mean of 256 and 1024? So what we have is, you have 256, alright? There's some number here, and 1024. But geometric mean, we want the number that is in between. Alright? So usually, we denote this, the first number by A, this one by B, and this one by C. Then we say the geometric mean is the number that is in between. So we'll say the geometric mean, which is B, is equal to plus or minus the square root of A times what? C. Alright? In this case, we are going to say B is equal to positive or minus the square root of, what is our A in this case? Our A is 256. 256 times, what is our B? Is 10 to 4. Alright? Here you don't need to start, but you can get your calculator and work it out. So I'm going to say B is equal to plus or minus the square root of, you are going to multiply here, say 256 by 1024. So this is what you are going to get. 2, 6, 2, 1, 4, 4. Alright? This is what you are going to get. Okay, so we are going to say my geometric mean is equal to plus or minus. You find out the square root of this one. Directly on the calculator you punch. Okay, and we are going to get 512. That is the geometric mean. That is the value that is in between there. Okay, so if you want to find the geometric mean, you multiply the first one and the last one, then find the square root of the product. Okay, that is how you get that one. Okay, then we go to Roman numeral 2 under the same. Find the 11th term. We want to find T11, right? How do we do that? You need to recall the formula for finding the nth term of the GP, which is Tn is equal to ARN minus what? 1. That is the formula that you need to apply. Alright? Where A is your first term. So we say A is my first term. What is our first term? The first term is 4. What is our ratio? R is the common ratio. What is our ratio? Find the ratio, you can say second term minus first term. So it will be 8 divided by what? 4. What is the answer? 2. Then what is our n? Our n in this case shall be 11 because 1 to the 11th term. So you have got 11 there. That is how you get that one. You need to recall that formula. Okay? We need to recall that formula. We need to recall the formula. Okay, so we are going to say T11 is equal to, my first term is 4, open the bracket. What is my common ratio? My common ratio is 2. The power, n is what? 11. 11 minus 1. So I'm going to say T11 is equal to 4, open the bracket, 2 to the power 10. So your T11 is equal to, you don't need to panic, you get your calculator, right? If I show you again how to punch that one. Okay? So you're going to say 4 first, open the bracket, you put 2, like I'm doing. Power, you punch there, power what? 10. So equals. That's what we are going to get. Okay, so we are going to get 4096. That is our answer there. Alright? That's what we get there. Okay. Okay, so that is our answer. Then we go to Roman numeral 3. What is Roman numeral 3? The sum of the first 11 terms. So we want the sum of the first 11. Okay? Now, for us to know the formula that we are going to use, the formulas are always given. Alright? On the first page here for the sum. I hope you are able to see. Okay, I hope you have seen. Alternatively, I can write the formulas for you so that you see. We have the first one, which is Sn is equal to A, open bracket, 1 minus R to the power n over 1 minus R. Then we can you can also use Sn is equal to A, open the bracket, R to the power n minus 1 over 1, R minus 1. Okay? So we can use either this or that. Now, when we use this one, you use the first one, this one, the first one, when R is greater than 1. Alright? All these are written here for you. Alright? When R is greater than 1, you're going to start with the ratio here. But when the ratio is less than 1, when 1 is, the ratio is less than 1, when the common ratio is less than 1, you're going to start with the 1 here. Alright? But when the common ratio is greater than 1, you start with this formula here. So when you look at our ratio here, our ratio is 2. 2 is greater than 1. It means the formula that we are going to use is this one. Okay? That's the formula that we are going to use. Alright. Okay, so we have agreed that we are going to use this one. Alright? So we want the sum of the first 11 terms, meaning that our n here, our n is 11. Alright? So we are going to say S11 is equal to, what is our first term? Okay. Here we have a less, but our first term is A here. Alright? So it is 4. Our first term is 4. Open the bracket. Alright? What is our ratio? Our common ratio is a 2. So we'll say 2 to the power n. And in this case, our n is 11. Alright? So we'll say the power 11. Alright? Minus 1. Alright? Everything here you divide it by r minus 1. So what is our common ratio again? Our common ratio is 2. So we'll say 2 minus 1. That is how we are supposed to get that one. I hope the substitution is okay. Alright? Okay, so we are saying the sum of the first 11 10 is equal to, so you can use your calculator there. You say 4, open the bracket, 2 to the power 11 minus 1. Alright? So you are going to get, when you compute this, you are going to get 8,188. This will be divided by what? 2 minus 1 is a 1. Alright? So the sum of the first 11 tens is going to be 8,188. What does it mean? If we were to add all the tens from the first 10 to the 11th 10, we are going to get this answer. Alright? We are going to get that answer. And I'm sure that brings us to the end of question 2. So we go into question 3 now. Right? Question 3. Okay. So you can copy that one. Hope it's clear. Okay, you can copy that one. Pause the video, copy it. Okay, pause the video, copy it. 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 Okay, pause the video, copy. Those are the questions that we are supposed to deal with. Alright, pause the video, copy it. Okay, pause the video, copy it. Okay, so let's do those questions. Question 3a. Alright, we've been given a question. It says solve the equation p squared minus p is equal to 4. Giving your answers correct to 2 decimal places. So the starting point is you write this equation in a standard form. So you produce a 0 here. So you're going to say p squared minus p. This is positive. We'll take it this side, it becomes minus 4. And we'll remain with a 0. Then you need to identify what we call A. A is the coefficient of a variable that has power, which is this one. So there will be 1. Then you identify B, which is again this one. The question which doesn't have a power, or in our eyes we can think that if there is no power but there's a degree of 1, or the power is 1. So here the coefficient here is a 1. And you also get what we call the C, which is the constant, which is alone. You have got that one. Alright? Then the formula is always given. So we are going to say, because I'm dealing with P, the formula should be P is equal to negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC. Alright? We divide everything by 2 times CA. Alright? That is what you're supposed to do there. Okay, then from here you substitute. we are going to say, what is our P? Say P is equal to, what is our B? Take note, don't make a mistake, this should be a negative, alright? Or is a negative 1. So we have negative, then B has got its own negative 1, plus or minus the square root of B squared. What is our B? Negative 1 squared minus 4. What is our A? 1. Alright? And what is our C? Negative 4. Alright? We divide everything here by 2 by A. What is our A? Positive 1. We do that. Okay? So this means that we say P is equal to positive, and negative by negative, we have got positive 1 plus or minus the square root of. Now, here, you don't need to struggle. What you need is just get your calculator and punch whatever is there, right? Let me just show you. You punch whatever is in the root there. Okay? What are you going to do? You are going to say, open the bracket, negative 1. You close power 2. You see there? You have done it. Then minus 4. Open the bracket, 1. Close by negative 4. What do we get? We get 17. So it means here automatically you come and write what? 17 divided by 2 by 1, you have got 2. Okay? So now what we are going to do is we'll say P is equal to, again, I'll say 1 plus the square root of 17. Alright? I will show that. I'll say the first thing is to say 1, you get 1, positive 1, 1 plus the square root of 17. I'll get that value. But that answer should be divided by 2 direct. What do you get? You get this one. That's what you write. So you have got it. Answer here is 2.56152813. So I'm going to say P is equal to, round off this to 2 decimal places. So after a point, you count 2 digits. 1, 2, you cut here and consider this. If the number that is there is 5 and above, it's taken to be 1. 4 and below is taken to be 0. So this one will be taken to be 0. 0 plus 6, it will be 6. So I've got 2.56. Alright? What did I use? I used a plus. Thereafter, you come and pick a minus. A 1 minus the square root of 17 over 2. Again, I'll show it to you. Alright? You're going to say 1, you place 1 on your calculator. Minus the square root of what? 17. You say equals, that's the answer. Divide this number direct by 2. What do you get? You get negative 1.56. Alright? So you say O P is equal to negative 1.56152813. Then you say P is equal to, again, 2 decimal places. Okay? So after a point, you count 2 digits. 1, 2, cut here and consider this one as 0 because it's less than 5. 0 plus 6 to be 6. Negative 1.56. So these are the values of P. And you get your 5V marks. Alright? Okay. So we go to the next question. Okay, so let's look at question 3b. They're saying the Venn diagram below shows the number of elements in sets A, B, and C, as we are able to see. Find, alright, remind me of 1. X is such that number of elements in B is equal to the number of elements in B union C complement. Alright? So, what does that mean? We are saying the number of elements in B. Let's look at set B. So, set B is this one. So, the number of elements in this set. Alright, when we add, so we are going to say 8 plus 5 plus x minus 4. When we add here, this should be equal to the number of elements in B union C complement. Now, what is B union C complement? B union C complement means outside these two sets. Outside the B or C. So, B and C should be excluded. And once you exclude that, what are you going to remain with? 7 and what? 10. So, it's 7 plus 10, you have what? 17. Alright? So, here, you have 8 plus 5 plus 8 minus 4. Okay? So, you can even say, what is 5 minus 4? 1. 1 plus the 8, 9. Alright? Or you say 8 plus 5 minus 4 plus x is equal to what? 17. Okay? So we are saying here I'm going to say 8 plus 5, that is 13 if you want. Or you say 5 minus 4, that's 1. 1 plus that is 9. So you have got 9 plus x is equal to what? 17. Alright? So now you are going to say x is equal to 17 minus 9. Alright? That's what you're supposed to get there. 17 minus 9. Okay. What do you get? Alright? What is 17 minus 9? You should be able to compute that without the problems. Alright? And you get 8. Huh? So you have x is equal to 8. Okay? That is our answer. That's the value of what? X there. Right? The value of x. So the value of x there is 8. So you need to know that wherever there is x there, it is 8. So we go to the second one, Roman numeral 2. What are we saying? Find the y such that number of elements in C, right, is equal to the number of elements in what? A. So let's look at C. The number of elements in set C. What is set C? Set C is 5 and 2y. So say plus 2y. This should be equal to the number of elements in A. Alright? The number of elements in A. What do you get there? So we have got 7 plus 8. Alright? So now we are going to say 5 plus 2y is going to be equal to what is 7 plus 5 and 8? You get 15. Alright? That is your answer. You get 15. But now we can group the like terms because we want to find y. Right? So we say 2y is equal to 15 minus 5. Alright? And what we get? We have 2y is equal to 10. Well, 15 minus 5 is 10. Now, our interest is to find y and not 2y. Hence, we divide both sides of the equation by 2 and by 2 there. Alright, so we divide here by 2, we divide here by 2. Therefore, y becomes what? 5. Our y is 5. I hope that is okay. Our y is 5. Alright? Then we can go to Roman numeral 3. 1, 2, 3. What are we saying? We are saying, let's find the number in the universal set. Right. To find the numbers in the universal set, or the number in the number of elements in the universal set, we need to add. We need to add all the numbers here. Alright? So we are going to say 8, or maybe we start with set A. 8 plus 7. Alright? Then we go to B. We say plus 5. Plus 5 plus x. What is our x? 8. And what is 8 minus 4? It's 4. So instead of saying x plus 4 minus 4, we say 8 minus 4, which is the 4. So we say plus 4 here. Alright? Then, so we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 entries. 1, 2, 3, 4 entries. We are remaining with this one. We say plus 2y. 2y means 2 times 1. 2 times y. And what is our y? Our y is 5. So say 5. What 2 times 5? We get 10. So we say plus what? 10. Alright? Plus 10. What else are we remaining with? I think plus another 10 that is outside. So we can just count the number of regions that we have added. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Are we safe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? That's what we've done there. So we are saying this is equal to, you just have to get your calculator and compute that. When you compute that, I think you get 44. Okay? Then add that, and I think the answer will be 44. Alright? So that's how you're going to get to the total there. Okay? Because this will be 20 when you add. This and that will be 12. Alright? So that will be like 32. That will be like 38. So when you add 38, well, this is 20. Take note. This is 20. Alright? And this is the 12. And the 4 plus that is another 12. Alright? So this is the like 24 plus 20. So you have 44. So you should not have a problem. But since this is paper 2, don't feel shy. You can get a calculator and add so that you can confirm things. Alright? You are sure that what you've written is very correct. Alright? So that is our answer. Alright? Do you have another question? Yes. Roman numeral 4. Okay? Roman numeral 4. Number of elements in B complement. Okay, the numbers that are not in B. What are these? Alright? Anything outside B. It is 7, 10, and 2y. So you're going to say 7, alright? Plus 10 plus 2y. Instead of saying 2y, we'll say what is our y? Our y is 5. Alright? So what is 2 times 5? 10. Plus 10, 20. Plus 7, 27. So you have got 27 as your answer. Alright? And this concludes question 3. Alright? So we go to question 4. Okay, so you can copy. So you can copy question 4. Right? You can copy A and B. You pause the video, copy it bit by bit. Copy it. Copy it. Copy it. Copy it. Copy it. Right. Okay, so let's see how we can solve it together. Okay, so let's see how we can deal with the 4a. Okay, 4a. We are told that we express this fraction, these two fractions and a single fraction in its simplest form, and you get 3 marks. Alright, these are 3 marks. 5 divided by 2x minus 4 minus 4 divided by 3x plus 5. Alright, so what we need to do is to get the common denominator here. How? Just get the product of these two. And you can just put them in brackets. Alright? You can do this. Then you say 3x plus c, 5. You do that. Okay, you cross multiply this by that. So it will be 5 with the 3x plus 5. 3x plus c, 5. Then I bring 4, negative 4 here. This should be multiplied with this one. 2x minus c, 4. Alright? This therefore implies that we distribute 5 by 3x, you have 15x. 5 by 5, we have 25. Alright? Negative by positive, we have negative. 4 by 2x, we have 80x. I hope it's clear. The negative by negative, we have positive. 4 by 4, you have 16. Alright? So we divide everything by 2x minus 4. Alright? And the 3x plus 5. So here, you can go to the right terms. You have 15x minus 8x. So 15x minus 8x. 80x. Alright? Then you can get positive 25 and the 16. Alright? Because these are like terms. Because even these are like terms. Because they don't have x. Here they do not have anything. They're just constant. So you can put them together. Then we divide by 2x minus 4. Then 3x plus 5. Alright? Then the rest here you need to just do the simple addition and subtraction. So where are we? We are here. What is 15x minus 8x? Just say what is 15 minus 8? You get 7. So you have got 7x here. Alright? 7x. What is 25 plus 16? This as 5 plus that is 11. 1, take 1, carry 1. This plus that is 3 plus 1, 4. Alright? So you say plus 41 divided by 3x minus 4, then 3x plus 5. And that is the answer. But if from here you are able to go to that step direct, it is okay, that is fine. Alright, but why we are doing this is in order for us to be able to do things correctly so that we don't miss out anything. Alright? Okay, so that is our answer for that one. We go to part B. Okay, for B, we are saying the diagram below is given in the form of a pseudocode. Alright? There's begin, enter, up to the end here. The question down here is saying, draw the corresponding flowchart for the information given above. Alright? So the first one that has been given there is the begin. So where do you put this? According to those videos that we presented on the computer, we are saying where you have begin and start, or end and stop, you use an oval. Alright, so we can put an oval here and say start. Alright, then we can bring an arrow. Okay, let me try to use a ruler. Okay, you can even use this one. You bring an arrow here. Okay. Then the next there is enter length. So to enter the length, we write this in a parallelogram. Alright? Okay, so we'll say we enter length. Right? Okay, so after entering the length, then there is a condition now. So if length is less than 0, now that condition, as long as there is an if condition, it means you bring down here a diamond or decision box. Alright? But from here first, there is need of a continuation of an arrow. So you bring now a diamond here, or a decision box. Okay? Bring a diamond, or what they are calling a decision box. Okay, so now we are saying if length is less than 0, alright? But here now we put it in form of a question. Say, is length less than 0? The answer should be yes or no. So if it is yes, maybe we can take this route. Alright, we say yes here. Then here we can say no. Maybe no, we take this route. Alright? We say yes, and here you can say no. Alright, now, you can go back to the question and say, if length is less than 0, then display error message. So, is length less than 0? Yes. If it is yes, we display error message. Else, we enter height. If not, you come and enter height. Alright? So here we are saying we display error message. Okay? Okay. So again, because we are talking about displaying, we use a parallelogram again. Yeah. So we are saying display error message. Okay? Display error message. Right. Let me get another marker. So we are saying if yes it is less than 0, then we display error message and re-enter positive length. So by re-entering it means we need to go back. So we can re-enter, we can come back here and do some sort of looping. Alright, so we can say, okay, maybe we come back here and pick it from here. Okay, so we enter there with an arrow there. Okay? So we are saying if yes, the length is less than 0, we count this side. Else, if not, what is the question saying? It is asking us to enter height. Okay, so we'll come here and bring another parallelogram here. We'll say, okay, if not, we enter height. Alright, so we enter we say enter height. Alright? After that, there's another condition to say. If height is less than 0, then display error message. So again, because of that if condition, you bring again the diamond. Alright? So you're going to bring this. Bring the diamond. Okay, of course there is an arrow here. Then instead of saying if, you say is height. Is our height less than 0? The answer will be yes or no. If it is yes, we are saying then display error message and we enter positive height. Okay? Okay, so here we enter. If it is yes, what happens? We are saying if it is yes, display error message and re-enter positive height. Alright? So by re-entering it means we need to go back and pick it. Right? So you can put an arrow here. And then you pick it from here. Okay. Please let the diagram be neat. So we enter positive height. Else means that if not, we come here. If the height is not less than 0, we come here. Here we are saying no. Alright? What should happen? We are saying else volume is given as 1/3 austeric L, austeric H, and austeric L, austeric L, and austeric H. The formula is given. I hope you're able to see it. So it means here we enter the. So if all these have been satisfied, then we put the formula for finding the volume. All right. So we put the formula for finding the volume. Okay, so we are going to say volume is equal to 1/3 austeric L, austeric another L, austeric H. That is what the formula has taught us to do, right? Okay, so this is what we are going to have. Then there is if and if display volume. So again, we need to bring down a parallelogram so that we display the volume. Okay? Where we display the volume. Okay, so that we display the volume there. So here we are saying display, so we are going to use a parallelogram. Alright, so in case you are even stranded as well, we are getting all these symbols, you can go to our videos and look for computers and calculators. All these are there. Alright, so we say display volume. Alright? Then the last part is the end. So to end, we need to to bring an oval, right? Okay, then you say end, alright? And that is your answer. The moment you do that, you get all your 5 marks, alright? Okay, so that is where we end with question 4. Okay. Okay, so let's deal with the question 5. A. Roman numeral 1, we are told to construct triangle ABC in which AB is 8, angle BAC is 110 degrees, and angle ABC is 35. Alright? Roman numeral 2, we are saying measure and write the length of BC. Okay, so you need to get a ruler. Okay? You can do what we call a sketch. This is question 5. So you do what we call a sketch. That's a starting point. Now, because we're doing the triangle, you can draw any polygon with 3 sides. Okay? Maybe you say, maybe this is A, B, and C. Alright? So, we are saying AB is 8, right? Then ABC is 35, so this will be 35. Then BAC is 110, so this will be 110 degrees. Alright? Okay, that's the one information that I've been given. Okay, so we start. The first thing is we measure 8 centimeters with a ruler. Okay, so you start from the mark, the 0 mark here, up to 8. You're supposed to use a pencil, but I'm using this so that you're able to see nicely. So you have got up to 8 here. So you call this A, and this one should be B. Alright, the distance from A to B should be 8 centimeters. Okay, so next we measure an angle which is 35. Alright, which is 35. Take note, let me cancel this line for obvious reasons, because it is very closer to this line. Okay, so let me just draw another one, maybe somewhere here. Okay, so we say first one is 8 centimeters. All right, so we say A, B is 8 centimeters. Then we're going to measure angle 35 at B. So how do we measure? We use a protractor to put this point at point B, then ensure that the line is in the last line here is a long line AB. Then you measure 35 degrees from the 0 mark. So I've got 10, 20, 30, this is 40, 35 is here. But now, we've not been told of the length from here to there. Okay, so what we do is we can just produce a line from B passing through this point, all right, up to a known point. Okay, then we measure angle 110 degrees using the protractor. All right, okay, so we are going to measure. Okay, so we measure 110, but here in this case you start from the line here. This is 0, then you go the way, this is 90, 100, 110 is here. See where 110 is? Then get your ruler, just join the line, produce a line, passing through that angle there. I mean, yeah, that point. So it has to be somewhere there. We can as well extend this side. Okay, then extend this one. So that is where our point should be. Yeah, you're supposed to use a pencil in an exam, but let me just go through again with a pen so that it is very clear. Okay, so we do that to here, even here, we do the same. Okay, good, we are good to go. We are good to go. Yeah, so that's what we have. This is our C. Okay, so we know that the angle is 110 degrees. This angle is 35 degrees. Then we are done. Okay, so you're going to say A1, this triangle ABC, go to Roman numeral 2. What is Roman numeral 2? Measure and write the length of BC. Alright, so measure from B to C. You can use a ruler here. Okay, so I'll put my 0 mark there. Then start measuring like that. Okay, so I found 13 here. Right, so BC is equal to 13 centimeters. Okay, we are good to go. Go to B. B. Okay, so for B we are saying within triangle ABC, construct the locus of points which are 3 centimeters from AB. Right? Please copy these questions so that we go through them together. 3 centimeters from AB. 3 centimeters from AB. So what we need to do is we measure 3 centimeters from A to B. So we can just put a ruler like that, because from here to there it is 3. Okay. So we can put a dot. It has to be at 90 degrees. This is 3. Even here at 90 degrees. That is it, 3. Alright? Because AB is a line. So you're going to join these points. Okay. Now, this point is outside, so we create dotted lines. Then I draw all the way up to there. And that's your answer. So you're going to say, this is B, Roman numeral 1. Okay, Roman numeral 2, we need an equidistant from AC and BC. So here what is common is C. So we bisect angle C. How do we bisect? We get our compass and open to any radius of our choice. Okay, we are going to do this just like that. It's enough. Then you shift your compass to this point inside, create an arc inside, then move to this point, create another arc inside here. So at the point of intersection, that is where the line should pass through. Okay, so I'll get my ruler, draw a line passing through this point up to point C. Okay, so I'll do this. That is the point. Alright, and it's done. You can even name this as B Roman numeral 2. Okay, then Number numeral 3. 4 centimeters from A. Okay. Which one is A? This is A. So 4 centimeters from A. You measure 4 centimeters using a compass on a ruler. So you go up to here. Okay. I think you're able to see. That is the 4. Then you go to A and create an arc. Just hold the compass, create an arc inside the triangle. Yeah. Okay, so if you have seen it, it is like that. Here. That's where you're supposed to draw. It's like that. Okay, so make sure you use compass like I've done. So all the way up to here. So you can indicate that this is B, Roman numeral 3. Then we are done for this one. We got the next question, which is C, 5C. A point Q inside triangle ABC is greater than or equal to 3 centimeters from AB. Now, from here to there it is 3 centimeters. So this point should be greater than or equal to 3 centimeters from AB, meaning that from this point going here, all right? From here going up, all right? Less than or equal to 4 centimeters from A. This is it, 4 centimeters from A. So it must be less or equal to, mean that from here coming down. But again, we have said it must be from here going down, from here going upwards. Greater or equal to 3 centimeters from AB. So this is 3 centimeters. Greater or equal to means upwards. But again, it must be less or equal to 4 centimeters from A, meaning that it has to be this side. Okay? Then, nearer to AC than BC. Now, when you have this line, when you're moving here, you're approaching line BC, right? When you're coming here, you're approaching line AC. We are saying it must be nearer to AC than BC. That means the area that we must shade is this one. That is the area that we must shade. Okay? That's the area that we must shade. Then we even put Q, because we are saying a point Q is a triangle AB such that it is greater or equal to 3 centimeters from AB, which is up there, less or equal to 4 centimeters from A, meaning that here coming down, nearer to AC, meaning that this side as compared to that. Indicate clearly by shading the region in which Q must lie. Then you do that. Okay, and that is your answer there. Okay, we go to the next question. Okay, this is question 6. Pause the video, copy the questions. Pause, copy the questions. Okay, the question reads, in the diagram below, which is this one, vector OB, O to B, is 4 times C or A, right? 4 or A. AC, A to C, is 5 times C, AX, all right? M is the midpoint of BC. OA is vector A, BM is B. Right now, you need to realize that if M is the midpoint and that BM is B, it means MC is B. Okay? Now, if OA is A and OB is 4 times A, meaning that OB should be 4A. Alright, but OA is A, meaning that AB is 4A minus A, which is 3A. so that you have 3a, you have a plus 3a, you get 4a, right? Number 1. Express in terms of a and or b, vector ab. Okay, vector ab. All right, I think this one I can even show do it from here. So we are saying vector AB. Let me just use a paper. This is question 6a, Roman numeral 1. We want AB. So how do we get AB? We are going to say AB already is 3a, all right? So we are saying AB is equal to 3a from what we've done here. Okay, this one. Then B. Take note, this is A, then there's B. What is B? AC, vector AC. A to C. How do we move? Move from A to B, B to C. So say AC is equal to AB plus BC. AB plus BC. Alright, so say AC is equal to, what is AB? AB is 3A. Plus, what is BC? We know from here to there it is B. From here to there it is B. So from B to point C, it is B plus B, which is 2B. Alright? So here we say plus what? 2B. And that is our answer. We go to C. What is C? We need to find the OM. So to find OM, move from O to B, B to M. Right? So OM is equal to OB plus BM. Right? So we'll say what is the OB? From O to B is 4A. And what is BM? Is B. So we'll say this is the OM is equal to 4A plus C B, and that is our answer. Okay, Roman numeral 2. Show that OX is 2 over 5, open bracket 4A minus B. So we have to show that OX is equal to 2 over 5, open the bracket 4A plus B. Now, how do we do that? We must look at how we can find the OX. To find the OX, we can move from O to A to X. So say OX is equal to OA plus AX. Okay? So now, so we are going to say what is OA? Okay, what is OA? OA is A. Okay, plus what is AX? What is AX? AX we don't know, but we have this expression. We have been told that AC 2 is equal to 5AX. Mean that AX can be found by dividing by 5 divided by 5. This and this will cancel. So AX is equal to AC over 5, the same as 1 over 5 AC. Right? So that's what we are saying. That is the OX here. So we're going to say OX is equal to 1 over AX, 5 times AC. Okay, so we'll say OX is equal to a plus 1 over 5, open bracket. What is AC? What did we get? AC is the here 3a, all right, plus 2b. Okay, plus 2b. So say OX is equal to, we can multiply. So we have a plus 1 by 3 is 3. So we have 3a over 5. Here it's over 1. 1 by 2b will be plus 2b over 5. So OX is equal to, here we can group the we can combine this fraction. So we'll say the common denominator here is 5. A times 5, 5a plus 1 times 3, 3a plus 2b over 5. Take note. So OX is equal to 5a plus 3a, it is 80a over 5 plus 2b over 5. OX is equal to, we can now factor out because we want to show that OX is 2 over 5. So we can bring out the 2 over 5, which is common. 2 over 5, open bracket. Now 2 into 8 is 4. So you have 4a. 2 and 2 will cancel, you remain with what? B. So there'll be plus b here. Because you have pulled out the 2 over 5, you remain with b. This is the answer. You can even say hence shown that indeed OX is equal to 2 over 5 times 4a plus b. Okay, that's how you deal with that one. Okay, we go to 6b. Okay, let's look at 6b. Find the equation of the normal to the curve. Y is equal to 5x to the power 3 minus 6x squared plus 2x plus 5 at the point 1, 2, and you have 3 marks. So copy the question, pause the video and copy the question. Okay, so what is our equation? Our equation is y is equal to y is equal to 5x to the power 3 minus 6x squared plus 2x plus 5. Now, we want to find the equation of the normal. Right? Equation of the normal. Okay. How do we do that? We are going to use the formula y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. Right now, here we have a point. The point is 1, 2. Okay? But we need a gradient. The gradient of the normal is perpendicular to the gradient of the tangent, because the gradient of the curve here will come from the tangent. So what we need is to get the gradient of this. Okay? So we are going to say, for this one, we say gradient is dy dx, which is this by that is 15x squared minus this by that 12x plus 2. Alright, so we'll find the actual gradient by saying, we know this is x and this is y, by putting 1 on everywhere where there's x. So we'll say 15, open bracket, 1 squared minus 12, open the bracket, 1 plus 2. Meaning that our dy dx is equal to, you can get your calculator, alright, and punch. We say 15, open the bracket, 1 to the power 2, minus 12, open the bracket, to put a 1 here, plus 2. Okay, what do we get? Get 5. So I'll divide x is 5. Note that this is the gradient of the tangent. So to find the equation of the normal, we need the gradient of the normal. How do we do that? The gradient of the normal times the gradient of the tangent, they produce negative 1. So if the gradient of the tangent is 5 times m2 is equal to negative 1. So to get the gradient of the normal, we divide by 5. We divide by what? 5. This and this will cancel. Therefore, m2 is negative 1 over 5. Now, because we have the gradient now, you put it here where there is m. Our y1 will be 2, x1 will be 1, which will give us the equation. So we'll say, the equation now is y minus y1. What is our y here? Is 2. Is equal to, what is our gradient? Negative 1 over 5. Open the bracket, x minus, what is our 1? It's 1. So in this case, you can multiply both sides by 5. You just multiply this 5 this side. Okay? So you multiply just this. You're going to say this, you bring the 5 this side. Just say 5, open bracket, y minus 2 is equal to negative 1 x minus 1. That's how you get rid of a fraction. This by that is 5y. Alright? This by that is negative 10 is equal to negative 1 by x is negative x plus 1. Okay? So we can take this one the other side. So you can say 5y, even this coming here, it will be plus x is equal to 1 plus 10. Because this is negative, it becomes positive. So say 5y plus x is equal to 11. And this is the equation of the normal line. All right? Okay, thanks so much. We go to the next question, which is question 7. Okay, let's do question 7, which is in section B. 48 marks. Answer any 4 questions in this section. So you are supposed to answer 4 out of the possible 6. Each question in this section carries 12 marks. Question 7. All right? So what you need to do here is you pause the video, copy all these questions. Pause the video, copy all these questions. Alright? Okay. Pause the video, copy all of them. We do them one by one. Okay, question 7. The vertices of triangle ABC are A 1,1, B 1,3, C 3,3. The vertices of triangle A1, B1, C1 are A1 is negative 1,1, B1 negative 3,1, C1 is negative 3,3. A. Using a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit on each axis, that is both the x-axis and the y-axis. Draw the x and y-axis for negative 6 should be less or equal to 6. Alright, negative 6 should be less or equal to x and x should be less or equal to 6. Negative 6 should be less or equal to y should be less or equal to 6. Draw and label triangles ABC and A1, B1 and C1. So take note here, the scale is 1 to 1. Now, when you measure each box, let's say from here to there, you can see that from there to there it is 2 centimeters. So we are saying 1 to 1, meaning that half of it should be 1. Or from here, let's say if this is 0, this is 1, and that is 2. Now, because the x-axis and the y-axis have been given, the range have been given in such a manner that both the left-hand side and the right-hand side are equal. Alright? So what we can do is you look at your graph paper and say, okay, how many lines do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What is 10 divided by 5? By 2 is 5. So say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can put a line here. Okay, put a line here coming down. You need to use a pencil in an exam, or then we come down here. Then again you can count these boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so you can count 6. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Alright, you put up the x-axis. Put up the x-axis. Okay, so this is the origin. This is x. Even here it is x. So it is 1 to 1, meaning that, look, if you check here, you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Even here we can do the same. Start from 8 here. You have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 4 should be here, 5 here, 6 here. So you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Alright? All the way up negative 6. We do the same for this, for the y-axis. Right? If you start from 8, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Do the same here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so we have got 1, 2, 3 up to 6. Then negative 1, negative 2. Okay, this is what we have. So now we begin to plot. The first one is the 1, 1. Alright, x is 1, y is 1. Right. The next one is the 1, 3. 1, 3. X is 1, y is 3, somewhere here. This is B. The next one is the 3, 3. 3 here, you move up to here. And that is our C. This is A. You join. Okay. So this is what you are going to get after joining. Okay. Then we have got other vertices. Negative 1, 1. Negative 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where you're supposed to put negative 1. Okay. So you have your A1. A2, B1 is the negative 3, 1. Negative 3, 1 is here. Come here. Alright? That is your B1. C1 is negative 3, 3. X is negative 3, 3 somewhere here. It's a C1. So you are going to join this point to that, this to this, this point to that, then you join like that. Okay, so that is what you are supposed to do. Then remember, this is A. Okay, so you are going to say the answer for A. You say A is triangle ABC and triangle A1, B1 and C1. Okay? Okay, so that's what we have here. Then we go to B. B. What is B? We are saying describe fully a single transformation that maps triangle ABC onto triangle A1, B1 and C1. What kind of transformation maps this triangle onto this one? You can see that this is a rotation, all right? This has rotated. So we are going to say it is rotation 1. But now, by stating rotation only is not good enough. You must give the center of rotation, angle and direction. So now, how do we get the center? Okay, we get the center. We get the center by bisecting corresponding line points or lines. So if you look at A and A1, these are corresponding points. So this line from A to A1 should be bisected. All right? So how do you bisect? So you open your compass to more than half. You know that up to here it is half, up to there. But you open your compass to more than half. Okay, you can say maybe there. Then you create an arc like that. Then you come to, you change your position, you come here. See where they are meeting. Okay? They are meeting at this point and that point. So if you were to draw, it will lie in the x-axis. It will lie in the x-axis here. Okay? Then we can go to another point. Then we can identify another one, maybe B. So if you want, you look at B, you can extend B. Or the starting point, maybe you can draw a line, dotted line from B1 to B. Here. Okay, then you bisect that line. Okay. Can do that. Then shift your compass to B. Okay, so here they are meeting, and here they are meeting. Look at where they are meeting. Here they are meeting somewhere here, and here they are meeting somewhere here. So you draw a line. So when you draw a line, again this line would take you to the origin. So this line and this line, they are meeting at the origin here. All right? If I were to check here, this line is passing through the origin here. Right here. And the one that we drew earlier on was passing through this point. So it means our center is the origin. So to find the angle, you connect like A to the center and its image to the center. Alright, so you're going to say this to the center and this one you connect it to the center. And you can see that this angle is a 90 degrees. If you want, you can measure it with your protractor. So you say center is 0, 0. What is the angle? The angle is 90 degrees. But now, it is 90 degrees if you are moving from here coming there. Which is, if from here going like that, means you are going backwards, because you are rotating from the object to the image. So from here coming here, it is anti-clockwise. Clockwise. Or if it were rotated like that, then it will be, we are saying, 90 degrees, 270 degrees clockwise. Okay, it means you have described that one fully. Okay, Then we go to the next question, which is C. Okay, C. What is C? An enlargement maps triangle ABC onto triangle A2B2 with these vertices. A2 is negative 2, 2. A2 is negative 2, 2, negative 2, 2, which is this one. Alright? That is the A2. So we say this is A2. B2 is negative 2, 6. Negative 2, 6. So this is our B2. Then C2 is negative 6, 6. Negative 6, 6. Negative 6, 6. Here, this is the C2. Then get your ruler, join these points. Alright? Get your ruler, join the points. Okay. Join the points. Okay, so that is the triangle they are talking about. Okay? So, Roman numeral 1. Draw and label triangle A2, B2, and C2. So here you say Roman numeral 1, it is triangle A2, B2, and C2. Okay? Then Roman numeral 2. What is Roman numeral 2, friends? Find the scale factor. Alright. So, how do we get the scale factor? We say scale factor is image length over objective length. Alright? Now, what do we mean by image length? You can identify, you look at your image and the object. Okay? Maybe we can say, let me find the distance from A2 to B2. Alright? A2 to B2 divided by, the corresponding side is AB. I will say AB. Okay? What is the distance from A2 to B2? You know, from here to there, that is 2. And here it is 4. So I've got 4 divided by, what is AB? From 1 to 3, the difference is 2. So I've got 2. So K is equal to 2 into 2. Okay? It is what? 2. But now, what is the sign of this scale factor? You look at this object and the image. So, because when you look at this object and the image is like a rotation of this one. Have you seen the way where it is facing? Look at AC, it is this side. Here it is that side. Now, because this is bigger than that, and there is like a rotation, then you know that the scale factor is negative. The other reason is because this is in this quadrant, the object is in the first quadrant, and the image is in the third quadrant. They are on different sides. Hence, the scale factor should be negative. If the image was this side, on the same quadrant, alright, would have said, okay, the scale factor should have been positive. In this case, if the two shapes are on different sides, then the center is always in between the object and the image. Take note. So our scale factor should be negative 2. Okay? We go to the next question, which is the D. Okay, what is D? Let me write D here now. D. The transformation represented by the matrix 2, 0, 0, 1 maps triangle ABC onto triangle A3, B3, and C3. Roman numeral 1. Roman numeral 1. Find the coordinates of A3, B3, and C3. To find the coordinates, you're going to multiply this matrix that we have been given, 2, 0, 0, 1, by the object. What is the object? It is A. So you need to have A, B, and what? C. What are the coordinates for A? 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3. This should produce the image here. Okay? Now, because there's a 0 here and a 0, what you do is just multiply here. Say 2 by 1, you have 2. 2 by 1, you have got 2. 2 by 3, you have got what? 6. Here you ignore this because it will produce 0. So you say 1 by 1, you have 1. 1 by 3, you have 3. 1 by 3, you have 3. So it means this is A3, B3, and C3. Alright? What does it mean? We are saying, therefore, A3, the coordinates of A3 are 2, 1. B3 are 2, 3. Then C3, 6, what? 3. But if you had any other numbers here, you'd have just multiplied as ordinary matrices. Okay, and that is our answer. Okay? So you get your 2 marks. You can see even the number of marks. Roman numeral 2. What is Roman numeral 2? Draw and label triangle A3, B3, and C3. This is easy. We just follow the coordinates that we have. Okay? What is the A3? 2, 1. 2 here, 1 is here. This is my A3. What is our B3? 2, 3. 2, 3 here. B3. What is our C3? 6, what? 3. 6 here. 6, 3 here. This is your C3. And connect the points. Okay, get your ruler, join this to that. Okay, so that's the answer. So here you can just say this is triangle A3, B3, and C3. We are done. We go to E. Triangle ABC is mapped on triangle A4, B4, C4 with these vertices. Alright, these vertices. Roman numeral 1. Draw and label triangle A4, B4, and C4. So we use these coordinates. 1, -2. Okay? 1, -2. 1, -2 here. Alright? 1, -2. So you have A4. The next one is 1, 0. X is 1, Y is 0. This one. Okay? So you have got B4. The next one is 3, -6. 3, -6. Alright? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. This is what? C4. Okay? Then you join. And you get your 1 mark. Just by drawing, you see how simple these things are. Okay, so you have this point. Join it here. Okay? So you are saying Roman numeral 1, it is triangle A4, B4, and C4. You got Roman numeral 2. We are saying find the matrix representing this transformation. So there are 2 ways. You can say to find the matrix, I'll say there are known matrix, which is A, B, C, and D, multiplied by the object. What is our object? 1, 3, 3, 3 should produce the image. What is the image? You see 1, -2, 1, 0, and 3, -6. This is the first method. You can multiply this and form an equation where you solve and find these values. Alternatively, you can say If this triangle is mapped onto this one, what kind of a transformation is this? You say, okay, this is a shear. All right, I can see that this is a shear. So what I can do is I can try to find the invariant line. All right, find the invariant line. Okay, so try to identify the invariant line. How? I'll look at this side B4 and A4, which is this one. When you look at this one, this B to A and B4 to A4, the size is the same. All right, meaning that this side that is the same might give us the hint of the invariant line, meaning that the invariant line is parallel to the y-axis. Alternatively, we can say, let me identify corresponding side, maybe A4 to C4, try to draw a line. All right, try to extend some line. All right, create maybe some dotted points, see where it will take you. All right, then what is its corresponding side? It is this is A4, C4, it is AC, this one. So when you try to extend here, it will take you to the origin. All right, so you have got the points are meeting at the origin. Identify another one, maybe B, C, even here BC. So when you try to extend this, okay, when you try to extend there, and this one, when you try to extend this BC, they will meet in the y-axis, and here they were also meeting in the y-axis, meaning that the invariant line is the y-axis. So we can just use the matrix. If we know that the invariant line is the y-axis, we can just use the matrix, which is the matrix for here, which is the 1, 0, K1. This is the matrix if the invariant line is the y-axis. If the invariant line is the x-axis, then the 0 comes here, the scale factor comes there. Now, what is the scale factor? So what you do is, to find the scale factor now, to find the scale factor, let's say I'll identify a point, maybe B and B4. So, since the invariant line is the y-axis, what is the distance of B from the invariant line? It is 1. All right? Now, you're going to find the distance moved by this point to this. So, you're going to say from here to where B4 is. All right? It is what? 3. So, from here, you've got 1, 2, 3. All right? So, you're going to say 3 divided by 3. The distance moved by the object to the image is 3. The distance of the object from the invariant line is 1. What do we get? We get 3. But now, because the pull is downwards here, then the scale factor is negative. What does it mean? It means our matrix is 0, 1, 0, negative 3, 1. This one. Or if you multiply and solve, you arrive at this one. Okay, this is the fastest or the easiest. Okay, and that is where we end for this question. You get all your 12 marks. All right, you get all your 12 marks there. Okay, we go to the next one. Okay, let's look at question 8. The diagram below shows the expenditure of 90 farmers in a particular farming season. I've got this one. A, calculate the standard deviation. Okay, we want to find the standard deviation. So we are going to say A, the standard deviation is found by saying there are a lot of methods or formulas. We'll say summation of f, open bracket, x minus x bar squared, divided by summation of f. Everything you square root. Now, what is x bar? X bar is the mean that is given by summation of f of x divided by sum of f. Or you can use another formula and use a table. But here we shall not use a table, try to get it direct. Okay, so now, if you are calculating in an exam, the first thing that you need to get is the mean, right? How do you get the mean? You need f and the x. Now, what is your frequency? This is your frequency. This is the frequency. Alright? That is our frequency. Then the mean, you find the average of the class interval. So like here, you'll be saying, like for the first one, 0 plus 100 is 100 divided by 2, it is 50. So it means here you have 50. That is the midpoint. All right. Here you say 100 plus 200 is equal to 300 divided by 2. What do you get? 150. All right. All right. Look at the next one, which is 200 plus 300. What do you get? 5 divided by 2. You're getting 250. So 250 here. So you can see that you're increasing by 100, meaning that this will be 350. This will be 450. But I have to be careful, sometimes it changes. This is 550. And this is 650. And you have 750. That's what we are going to be using here. Right? So, we are going to say, first let me find my mean. Okay. Let me find my x bar, the mean. We are saying it is f. What is our frequency here? It is 5. So I'll say 5 times 50. Alright? Plus 16 times 150. Plus 17 times 250. Plus another 17 by 350. Plus 14 by 450. Okay, plus 12 by 550. Plus 7 by 650. Plus 2 by 750. Okay, everything here should be divided by what? You add here. When you add here, the answer will be 90 because of what has been given. If you are not given, you can just add. So everything is over 90. Alright? Then you just get your calculator here. Alright? You punch the way it is. You say 5 open bracket 50 plus 16 open bracket 150. Alright? Plus 17 open bracket 250 plus another 17 open bracket 350 close plus 14 open the bracket 450 close plus 12 open the bracket 550 close plus 7 open the bracket 650 close plus 2 open the bracket 750. What do you get? This is what you get. You can even do it maybe for second time to verify. Alright, but you get it at 1,800, alright, divided by what? 90. So you don't cancel directly, say divided by 90. What do you get? You have got 353.3. They are recurring, alright? They are recurring. You can even do that. This is our mean. Then now we come and find our standard deviation. How? You don't need to struggle because you have already written almost everything. So you're going to say, my standard deviation is equal to f. What is my f? Your frequency here is 5. So you're going to say 5. Open the bracket. What is my mean? My mean is 50 here. 50 minus my x bar. Sorry, this is the midpoint, which is 50. Our mean now, x bar is our mean, which is 353.3. You square. You continue, not until you finish. So you have 16, open the bracket. Alright? Then 150 here minus 353.3, you square. Plus, the next one is 17, open the bracket, 250 here minus 353.3, you square. Plus, another 17 here, then there's 350 inside, minus 353.3, you square. Plus, 14, open the bracket, 450 inside, minus 353.3, you square. Plus, you have 12. Open the bracket, there is 550 inside, minus 353.3, you square. Alright? Then plus, there is 7. 7, open the bracket, 650 inside, minus 353.3, you square. Plus, 2, open the bracket, 750 inside, minus 353.3 squared. Now, see the way I'm writing? You might think as if I'm a bit fast, but that is the only way you're going to finish in an exam. Then you divide everything by the sum, which is the 90, and maintain your square root. Okay? Then you need to get your calculator. You need to get your calculator and punch the way it is. Alright? So here we are saying 5. Open the bracket. 50 minus 353.3 squared plus 16, open the bracket, 150 minus 353.3 squared plus, so you can say plus, we have added this one, so it's a 17, open the bracket, 250 minus 353.3, you square, plus another 17 here, open the bracket. Alright, so take note. Okay, so he said 350 minus 353.3, you square. Then you go to the next one. It's plus 14. So you do that. 450 minus 353.3, you square. Alright? Okay, so you see what is showing here. It's like I've reached the limit. Okay? So I've not used the 450. I can just see. So I've not used this because it's like I'd reached the limit. I'll say is equal to. Okay, then you add. Alright, so you keep on adding. Okay. Okay, so when you work out everything here, you have your standard deviation being equal to 228. Okay. Okay, so I've got 28, 29, 0.1 divided by 90. Okay, so what you can do in an exam, you don't need to start writing a lot of things. You just say divided by 90. What do I get? This one. Direct punch the square root. Okay, so your answer, you say SD, standard deviation, is equal to 7.2944851. Right, so my SD is equal to, give it correct to 3 significant figures. So you're going to say 1, 2, 3. We'll cut here and consider this one as 0. 0 plus 7, you have 7. You have 1, 7, 7. This one is your standard deviation. Alternatively, you can use a table. Right? If you're wondering as to how you can use a table, you can just go to one of our videos on standard deviation. That is statistics. So go to statistics, standard deviation, see how we use the table. Okay? So this was just the first part A. Okay, this was part A. There is part B now, which we are supposed to do on the graph paper. Okay? We are saying answer this part of the question on a sheet of graph paper. A. Using the table above, copy and complete the cumulative frequency table below. We need to copy this. Alright? So, you need to copy and complete. Alright? Now, how do you complete? You look at this one. Alright, you get a calculator. Look at this. There's 0 here, then they have said 5 plus 0, you get 5. Alright, so see the pattern. So when you add 16, so you add 16 to 5. So you're going to say 5 plus 16. What do you get? You're getting 21, isn't it? So you're going to say that 21 plus 17. Say plus 17. What do you get? 38. 38 again plus 17. What do you get? 55. 55 plus 14. What do you get? 69. So now the next one you're going to say 69 plus 12. Right? Say plus 12 direct. What do you get? 81. So here you need to have 81. Alright, then 81 plus 7. Say plus 7. What do we get? 88. Then 88 plus 2. Okay? 88 plus 2, so it's a plus 2. What do we get? 90. This corresponds to the number they're talking about here. Okay. Then you're done. Then you go to the next question. Roman numeral 2. Maybe you can write your Roman numeral 2 here. Okay. Using a scale of 2 centimeters to represent 100 units on the horizontal axis, that is the x-axis, and 2 centimeters to represent 10 units on the vertical axis, draw a smooth cumulative frequency curve. Alright? So what we are going to do is you'll put up this axis, which we call the y-axis. Okay? Put up this, which we are calling the y-axis. Okay. Then we can do this one for the x-axis or the horizontal axis. Alright, so say this is my x, okay, and this represents y. Can you write it here? So being told that for the x-axis is 2 to 100 units. Alright? Okay, so we are going to say 0, the next one should be 100. This one should be 200, 300, 400, 5, all the way to 900. Okay, here, the y-axis, it is 2 to 10 units. So you have got 10, 20, 30, alright, all the way to 90. Okay, so now we need to plot. So when plotting, you are going to be saying 0, 0. This is x and this is y. Actually, you can write here to say, here it is amount in quarter. Alright, so this side. Okay, then here it is the frequency. Alright, you can get your ruler and underline like that. Okay, so you'll be plotting this against that. The first one is 0, 0, which is this one. Then we have 100,5. 100. Because from there to there it is 100, it means each is 10. From here to there it is 10, it means each is 1 here. So 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10. So 100,5 will go to 100 and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this one. The next one is 200,21. This is 220,21 here. The next one is 300,38. 330. This is the 40, 39, 38 is here. Alright? Then we have 400,55. 400,50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Then the next one is 500,69. 500,69. So this is the 60 here, 69 somewhere here. Then 600,81. That's what we got here. 600,81. So 6, this is 80, 81 is this one. Alright? Then 700,88. So you move from 700. Here you go all the way upwards to 88. 88 somewhere here. So you have 800,90. So you start from 800 here, you go with it upwards, follow it up to 90. So this is the graph that we need to draw here. Alright? This is the graph that you need to draw. Okay, so you need to use a pencil. Alright? So you need to draw from here, come all the way. Right, so you can even rotate your paper. It should be free to do the way. So you have to make sure that you do a smooth curve. Alright? So maybe from here you can come. Oh, we've missed, so it has to be smooth. Take note, this is not very correct, so it was supposed to move like that. Then here, it has to come like that. So something like that. Okay? It has to be something like that. Okay, so you draw something like that. Alright, so you can even write it here, say Roman numeral 2, refer to the cumulative frequency curve. Alright, then we can go to Roman numeral 3. Showing your method clearly, use your graph to estimate the interquartile range. Okay, so how do you get interquartile range? So interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1. Okay, but now how do you get the Q3? So you're going to say Q3 is equal to 3 over 4 times the total frequency here, which is 90. Alright? So you can get your calculator here and say 3 divided by 4 times 90. This is 67.5. Now that's not your answer. You come here and identify 67.5. This is 60. And that is 70. So I'll say 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. And that is 68. So in between here, that is where 67.5 is. So you're going to drop a line from there. You can do dotted lines. Not until you meet the curve. Then again you come down here. Okay. Come down here. You check. This is 400, 410, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So I've got 480 here. You can even write, say, Q3 is 480. Then you get Q1. Q1 is 1 over 4 times C, the total frequency, which is 90. Alright? You can as well get your calculator, say 1 divided by 4 times C, 90. What do you get? 22.5. 22.5. Again, that's not your answer. You go to the y-axis, identify 22.5. This is 20, 21, 22. 22.5 is in between, but you have to strive to meet the curve. Alright? You have to strive to meet the graph. Okay, so you can drop your dotted lines. Meet the graph here, then come down here. Come down, you realize that this is about 210. So Q1 is equal to 210. What does it mean? Simply means that interquartile range is equal to Q3 is 480 minus Q1 is 210. So you say minus 210. Alright, you can get your calculator if you don't want to struggle. You say 480 minus 210. What do you get? 270. So this will give you 270. That is your interquartile range. It means you have answered this question fully and you get all the 12 marks. Okay, go to the next one. Let's look at question 9. But before we do that, you can pause the video, copy the question. Okay? The question reads, Kunika wishes to build lodges. To build a lodge with single and double rooms. Alright? This is now linear programming. That was statistics. He needs to decide the number of each room type he should build to maximize profit. Okay. Now, the letter X represents the number of single rooms. Meaning that this is question what? 9. We are calling it question 9. We are saying wherever you see X, X is the single rooms. Alright, you need to know that. Then Y is the double rooms. Okay, that's what we are saying. Let X represent the number of single rooms and Y the number of double rooms. This is very cardinal. Okay? Now, A. Now, before we even talk about A, let's skip we go to B, because it's very important. Using a scale of 2 centimeters represent 5 units on both axes, meaning that both the x-axis and the y-axis. Draw the x and the y-axis for 0 is less or equal to x and x is less or equal to up to 16, equally with the y-axis. Meaning that you don't need the negative numbers. What does that mean? You can just come and create your line here. Alright? Okay, we don't need the negative number, so I can even put it here. Okay, so if you start from 0, it is 2 to what? 5, meaning that here it should be 5. We go to 10, 15. Now we need to go up to 16, so we can even go to say, okay, 20. Equally here we have 5, 10, 15, 20. This is what we have. Then we go back now to A. What is the A1? Alright? We are saying write the inequalities which represent each of the following conditions or constraints. There must be at least means greater or equal to one single room. Okay? There must be at least one single room. Which letter represents the single rooms? X. So X. And the word at least means greater or equal to 1. So I'll say 1. Okay? You go to 2. Number 2. There must be at least, again, at least means greater or equal to 10 rooms altogether. Meaning that when we add the single rooms and the double rooms, the answer should be greater or equal to 10. So x plus y should be greater or equal to what? 10. Okay, we go to the third one. Or let me just write it here, 1, 2, 3. What is the third inequality? The total number of rooms should not exceed 15. Meaning that when you add again, the number of rooms should not exceed 15. So x plus y should be less or equal to what? 15. Then I go to the fourth one. What is the fourth one? The number of double rooms. Which letter represents the double rooms? Y. Okay? The number of double rooms, which is y, should be at least greater or equal to 2 times the number of single rooms, which is 2x. And these are the inequalities. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we have the fifth one. The fifth one here, the number of double rooms, which is y, should not be more than 12, meaning that it should not exceed 12. It should be less or equal to 12. We are done. Okay? Then B, part of it we have already done the Cartesian plane here. So the question is, shade the unwanted region to indicate clearly the region where the solution of the inequalities lies. So we must shade now these inequalities. Okay? The first one is x is less greater or equal to 1. So you go to the x-axis. You go to the x-axis. Okay. Go to the x-axis. From here to there it is 5. So you are going to say 5 divided by 10, each is a 0.5. Okay, so each line is a 0.5, and we want 1, all right? So it means this is 0.5, you have 1 here. So you are going to draw a line here. Now, what kind of a line? We need to draw a solid line because there's a bar here down. There's a bar here, all right? So we draw a solid line. Okay, so here we draw a solid line going upwards. Okay, and draw a solid line. Okay, all right, and we want this part, the greater, to remain. We shade the unwanted. Now, when you look at this side and this side, here there is 5 and there is 0. Don't forget to name this as x is equal to 5. What will show that it is greater or less? It is the kind of a shading that you are going to put up. Okay, so this is greater and this is less. So we leave the greater part. So we are going to shade this side. Right? Going to shade here, come down all the way. It means this one has been done. We go to the next one. X plus y is greater or equal to 10. Alright? X plus y is greater or equal to 10. What that means is that if you have x plus y is equal to 10 like that without any variables here, so the easiest way of plotting this or coming up with this line is here you go to the y-axis, put at 10, put your mark at 10, okay? Then you come to y here and also put your mark at what? 10. Then draw a line. Now, what kind of a line? We are saying it to be a solid line because there's a bar down. Alright, so you draw a line passing through these points. That's the easiest way. Okay, that's the easiest way. We draw a line. Then you're going to name this as x plus y is equal to 10. Okay, but we want to shade the greater. We want to leave the part that is greater. Okay, so come here and say, from here going up it is greater. From here coming down it is less. Okay, so we are going to shade this that is less and leave the greater part. So it's like we are cancelling here. We are leaving what we want. Okay, then the next one is x plus y is 15. X plus y is less or equal to what? 15. Equally, this will apply the same approach. Because the x plus y and 15 without numbers, it means here you put your point at 15 here and there 15. Then draw a line. Again, it will be a solid line because there's a bar down. Okay, so we are going to say here we draw a line. Okay, so we want the less part, so we cancel the part that is greater. So from here going upwards it is greater, from here coming here it is less, so we shade this. All right, we cancel what we don't want. Okay, all right, then you can name this as x plus y is 15. Okay, then we can go to the next one. X is greater or equal to 2x. Y is greater or equal to 2x. Y is greater or equal to 2x. Right? So for this one, you can do a table of values. You say if this is x and y, I pick two values of x maybe. If x is 0, 2 times 0 will be 0. You can say, what if x is maybe 10? Okay? If x is 10, 2 times 10 is 20. I'm going to use these 2 points to plot. 0, 0 is here. 10, 20. 10, 20 is this one. Alright? Again, it is greater or equal to, so I'll draw a solid line. So this is what we are going to do. Okay. So we are saying it should be greater or equal to. So when you look at this point, this is greater and this side it is less. So we leave the greater part. Okay. So we cancel this. Cancel this one. Alright. Don't forget to name this as y is equal to x. Okay. Y is equal to 2x. Then the last one is y is less or equal to 12. This one is straightforward because you only have one variable. I'll go to 12. Look, this is 10, 11, 12 here. Alright, so somewhere here, you draw a line. So I'll say this line is y is equal to 2x. But we need the less part. This line has to be drawn nicely. Oh, okay, there's something down. Okay, so we have this. So the less part is this one down here. So we shade this. Okay, so look at the region that has been created. We have got this, look at the vertices, this one, here, and this one. So you can even write, say, this is my region. It means B has been answered. So what was B? We needed to see the inequalities there to graph. Okay, so you can say, see the graphs. of inequalities. Okay, then we go to C. We are saying the rate for a single loom is 600 kwacha and 900 kwacha for a double loom. How many looms of each type should Kunika build to maximize the income? Now we are talking about maximum here, income, maximum income. This will come from the objective function, so say maximum income or profit of x comma y is given by a x plus b y. This then is the profit, right? Or would say it is the rate for each single loom, which is 600. So we'll have p x comma y is equal to 600x plus, for the double loom it will be 900y. Now we are saying how many looms of each type should Kunika build? We need first to identify the maximum income from these vertices. Okay, so we pick the vertices. So we are going to get the coordinates here. All right, maybe we can say the first one is like this one. When you read here, it is 1,9, which is what we've written here. Then we go to the second one. When you look at this one, this is like 1, 2, 3, comma. This is like 6.5. All right, take note, this is 6.5. Then we can look at this one. This is like 5,10, which is this one. And this one is 4,12. Then this one is 1,12. So we are going to compute how. For this one, we'll say 600, open the bracket, times 1, close, plus 900, plus, the same plus 900, open the bracket, 9. So here we get about, so the income that could be derived from this combination is 8,700. All right? We do the same for all these. Okay, so when we compute the values at all these points using the objective function, you multiply this by that, you add, you get that. 3 by 600 plus 6.5 by that, you get that. When you compute, you are going to have these are the values. Now, we are interested in the maximum income. Where do we have maximum income? It is here, where there is 13,200. All right, 13,200, meaning that he needs this combination. He needs to build 4 single rooms and 12 double rooms. So therefore, he needs, right? Okay, he needs, or we say Kunika. Okay, needs to build 4 single rooms and 12 double rooms to have maximum income, or to maximize the income. It means this one you have answered. We go to the next question. Question 10a. The diagram below shows part of the graphs. Y is equal to x to the power 3 plus 2x minus 1, and y is equal to 10x. Right, as you're able to see. So if you don't mind, you can copy this on your graph paper, or you follow through what we are saying here. Now, when a question, you need to know the topic, and this is from graphs of functions or cubic function. So, when the graph of a cubic function has already been drawn, or when such a question has already been given to you on a question paper, on a graph, you write your answers in the answer booklet. Alright? So, Roman numeral 1 under part A of question 10. Alright? What are we saying? 1. We are saying use your graphs to solve the equations. What are these equations? X to the power 3 plus 2x, the answer is what? 6. Now, for you to solve these equations, alright, for you to solve them nicely, okay, you need to look at the equation of the graph. That is, y is equal to x to the power 3 plus 2x minus 1. Okay? So what you're going to do is to do the comparison. You compare this equation to this one. When you look at here, we have y to the power 3, which is y to the power 3. There's 2x here, and there's 2x. Here there's negative 1, here you do not have. So you are going to add the negative 1. So you are going to say x to the power 3 plus 2x. Right? I put negative 1 here is equal to 6. Because I've added a negative 1 here, I also add a negative 1. Now, x to the power 3 plus 2x minus 1 is y, meaning that the whole lot of this one now becomes y is equal to what? 6 minus 1, it is what? 5. Now, 6 minus 1, we are saying it is 5. Therefore, y is equal to 5. But now, this is not the answer. Where do you get your answer? You use your graph. You say, okay, let me find where 5 is. Okay? Let me find where 5 is. I know from there up to there it is 10. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here at this point. Okay? Then you get your ruler. Try to meet the graph from that point. You realize that you meet the graph at that point here. Alright? Then come down and find the reading here. When you come down, we are here. This is 1, 1.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. Simply means that x here, alright? Simply means that x is equal to 1.5. It means that one you have answered. Okay? Then number 2. We need to solve x to the power 3 plus 2x minus 1 is equal to 10x. So, you need to check if at all you have got this graph. We have it, which is the curve here. Then do we have this one? 10x. Yes, we have here. We have this one. So, where do we find the solutions? It is at a point where these two functions are meeting, right? The y is equal to 10x here, and they are meeting somewhere here. Because this line, this graph is for x squared plus 2x minus 1, and the line is for 10x. So, to solve this one, this equation, you find the values of x at the points of intersection. That is, at this point and that point. So, when you check here, this is 0 and that is negative 1, meaning that x is negative 1 here. But here when you check, when you come down here, right somewhere there, you realize that this is 2.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. Meaning therefore that x x is equal to negative 0.1 and, or you can say, or x is equal to 2.8. Means that one we have answered. I hope we are following. I hope we are enjoying these things. All right. Please take note. This is the A, Roman numeral 1, A and B. This is B. Okay. Roman numeral 1A and this is the B. Okay, this is A and that is B. We are done. Then that's when you can go to Roman numeral 2. Okay, what is Roman numeral 2? Calculate an estimate of the gradient of the curve at the point 2, 11. So we need to find the gradient of the curve. Which curve? Y is equal to x to the power 3 plus 2x minus 1. At what point? 2, 11. To find the gradient, you can use two methods. You can draw the tangent at 2, 11. That is 2, somewhere here 11. Draw a line. Find the gradient, or you just differentiate this. Find the derivative. So we're going to say dy dx is equal to, there's a coefficient of 1 here. Now, according to derivatives or power rule, you multiply the power by the coefficient. 3 by 1 is 3x. You less 1 from the power, so we have 2. Here there is 1. 1 by 2, it will be 2. 1 minus 1, it will be 0. X to the power 0 is 1. 1 by 2, it will be 2. So this is the gradient function. But we want to find the actual gradient at this point when x is 2. So we'll say 3 open bracket 2 squared plus 2. Okay? What do you get? You're going to use your calculator. My friends, you don't need to panic. So 2 to the power 2 plus 2. What do you get? 14. So the derivative or the gradient is 14. Alright? That's what you're going to get. Unless where they are commanding you, say, by drawing a tangent. But here it is open. Okay? Then we go to next question. Calculate an estimate of the area bounded by the curve. Okay, you're talking about the curve. Alright. Y is equal to 10x, which is this one. Then y is equal to 0. Take note, y is equal to 0, which is the x-axis. Y is equal to 0 is the x-axis. And x is equal to what? 2. Alright? X is equal to 2. Okay. So if you check, this is our boundary. Okay? So we are talking about this area. This area, this one. So how do you get the area? We can divide this. We say we have this one as our triangle here. Okay? Then we also consider this one as our triangle. And look at this one as our triangle. But don't worry about the space that is outside. It will be compensated by this one. Okay? So we are going to write our formula. So we have got 3 triangles. So we are going to say this was A, then B. We say area is half BH plus half BH plus half BH. Alright? So let me look at the first one here. We say area is half times, what is our base? From here to there it is 1. Times our height. From here to there it is 10. Plus half times, I look at this one, our base would be from here to there, which is 1. Times the height is from here to there, which is 8. Plus half times our base here will start from here all the way up to there, because this part will be compensated by this one. So we'll say 1 times our height now. Okay, take note now here. So our height will run from here up to there because of this gap here. Alright, which will still be what? 10 here. Alright, so I have 10. So area is equal to half of 10 is 5. By 1, so I've got 5 plus half of 8 is 4. Plus half of 10 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. Plus 1, 14. Square units. That is our area. Alright? Then part B, which is different from this. We need to integrate this to find the value of this one. So we need to find the integral of 1 to 3 of 3x to the power 2 plus 4x. Here I can even put to the power 1, everything with respect to x. So how do we integrate? We are going to say 3x, here you add 1, so to be 3 over 3 plus 4x, you add 1 to be 2 over 2. We are integrating from x is 1 to x is 3. Alright? So here we say this and that will cancel. X to the power 3 plus this into that is 2. 2x squared. We are integrating from x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 3. So what we are going to do here is to substitute. Alright? We'll say the first one will use the upper limit. So we'll say 3 to the power 3 plus 2, x is 3 to the power 2. Alright? Then we say minus everything. Here we say 1 to the power 3 plus 2, 1 to the power 2. Okay? Here, 3 to the power 3 is 27 plus 3 to the power 2 is 9. By 2, 18 minus 1 to the power 3 is 1 plus 1 to the power 2 is 1. By 2 is 2. So 27 plus 18, you have 45 minus 1 plus 2 is 3. Alright? Then, what is 45 minus 3? It is 42. And this is our answer. Which brings us to the end of question 10. Alright? We go to the next question. Okay, we have question 11 here. The points P, Q, R, and T are on the surface of the Earth as shown in the diagram below. Take note. Take pi as 3.142 and the radius is 3,437 nautical miles or 337 nautical miles. Okay? Roman numeral 1. What is Roman numeral 1? Find the difference in longitude between points T and R. Alright? When you look at T here and R, what is the longitude for point T? It is 90 degrees west. The longitude for point R, it is 45 degrees east. Since these are on two different sides, you're going to say find the difference in longitude by adding them. So say 90 degrees plus 45 degrees. Alright? What do you get? You get 135. Please, this is paper 2. You can always make use of calculator. Alright, that's what you get. So you say 135 degrees. Okay? So we go to Roman numeral 2. Roman numeral 2a. Find in nautical miles the distance between P and Q. Alright? So the distance between P and Q in nautical miles can be found by saying theta times 60 minutes times cos x, or you can use the other formula provided that your radius is taken to be that. Okay, so say PQ is equal to, what is the theta? What is our theta here? If I'm dealing with PQ, theta is the difference in the longitude. Alright, and the difference in longitude between P and Q remains to be 135. So I'll say 135 times 60 times cos x. What is the x? x is the angle of latitude of points P and Q, which is 65. Alright? So you can get your calculator and try to work it out. Say 135 by 60 by cos 65. What do we get? This is what we are going to get. Okay. So answer shall be 342.30792. Alright, so you round it off to 3 significant figures. So you're going to say 1, 2, 3. You cut here and consider 3 as 0. 0 plus 2, you have 2. So you have 3, 2, 3, 4 here. This is 4, 2. But there is a digit before a point. There is 1 digit, so you add the 1 0. So take note, let me write it. PQ is equal to 3420 nautical miles. That is our answer for that one. Okay? Then the next one is what? What's the next question? We find the PT along the longitude of 90 degrees west, which is this one. Alright? So to find PT in nautical miles, you can say, you take note, this is A and that is B. So the one that we are dealing with is A, then here it is B. So say PT in nautical miles is given by theta times 60 minutes. Now, if I'm dealing with PT here, our theta is the difference in latitudes. Alright, there's 65 here and 55. Alright, so you say 65 plus this latitude, that is 55. You get your 120. Alright, so you're going to say 120 by 60. Okay, alright, so you're going to say 120 by 60. What do you get? 7,200. That is your answer here. 7,200 nautical miles. Okay? Go to party B. Party B. Okay. So let's see now deal with the part B. We are saying the figure below shows a right pyramid with a vertex O. Alright, from here up to there. And a square base of ABCD. ABCD. Alright? Okay, so of side 8 centimeters. So we have 8 centimeters, 8 centimeters. Okay? So now we have been told that CPD is equal to CPD is equal to OPC. OPC, this one, which is 90 degrees. Alright? Given that OA is equal to OB and it is equal to OC as well as OD, which is 10 centimeters, means that all these are the same. Okay, so let's find the height OP from O to P. Okay? So what we need to do here is to have this kind of an arrangement. We need to have, we can have this. Alright? This is our P and this is our O. Then we have something like that. Alright? So where this is our what? C. So we know that this is 10, but we need to find this. We need to find PC. Alright? How can we do it? We can find this diagonal from this. We find this. Okay? We know that from here to there it is 8. Okay? And from here to there it is what? 8. Okay? Okay, so if you draw a quadrilateral, okay, let's draw it so that it comes out nicely. So you have something like that. Okay, so you have A here, B, C, and what? D. So what we want is this first, all right? Because there is the P somewhere here. So when you look at this, because it's a square and you need to understand it in this manner, then it becomes easy. So we know that this is 8 centimeters and that is the 8 centimeters. All right. So to find the CP, well, that's what we need here to calculate this. All right. So to find the CP, first we need to find AC. All right. And this is a triangle. So we are going to apply Pythagoras theorem here. All right. So we say, okay, this is a part B now. Roman numeral 1. So we're going to say C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, where our C is the hypotenuse of this one. So we'll say AC squared is equal to A and B could be 8 and this 8. So we say 8 squared plus 8 squared. So AC squared is equal to 8 squared is 64. If you are not sure, use a calculator. 80 squared. You have 64 plus 64, all right? So AC squared is equal to, when you add another 64, what do you get? Get 128. But now, to find AC, you're going to introduce a root both sides. So AC is equal to the root of 128. You have got 11.3137085, which makes sense because we are saying this is our hypotenuse, which should be longer than any other side. All right. So what we are saying is that AC from A to C, it is about 11 point maybe 3. All right. Take note that from here to there, it's about 11.3. We want to find the PC. So we're going to get this PC by saying PC is equal to AC divided by 2. All right. So we say 11.3137085. You divide this by 2. Okay, which is still. So we are saying, okay, we have got this one. So we divide this by 2. What do we get? You get PC to be 5.656854249. So we can give this correct to 3 sig feet. So we say PC is 5.66. But we've said what we are looking for is this guy. This is P, this is C, and this is O. This is 10. We have found this to be 5.66. So we want to find this one. That's what we are saying. All right? That's what we want to find. How do we get it? Again, we apply Pythagoras theorem. Meaning that we are going to say OP squared is equal to this minus that. So 10 squared minus 5.66 squared. So OP squared is equal to, we're going to say open bracket 10 to the power 2 minus open the bracket 5.66 to the power 2. What do you get? This is what you are going to get. 67.9644. So to find OP, you say OP is equal to the square root of 67.9644. So our OP becomes, we get the square root here. Okay, so we have 80.244052.402. Okay, so we give this one correct to 3 significant figures. 1, 2, 3. We cut here and consider 4 as 0. 0 plus 4. You have got 8.24. Take note, it is in centimeters, and that is our answer. That's why you get your 4 marks here. Okay. All right. So now we go to part B. Okay. So let's go to the next Question under the same. We need to calculate the angle between the edge OC and the PC, mean that this angle. So like we're interested in this angle here. We know that this is 10. We got this as 5.66. Then we have found this one as 8.24. This one is 8.24. Okay, this is what we have. So you have something like this is P, this is C, and that is O. This is 10. This is 8.24. This is 5.66 centimeters. So we want to find the angle between OC and the PC, this one. All right? So since this is a right angle triangle, you can think of it in terms of the SOHCAHTOA here. All right? Then you say, okay, if this is my reference angle, what do I call this side? This is an adjacent, and this is a hypotenuse. So I'll go to a trig ratio that has got adjacent and the hypotenuse. So I'll say cos PCO is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So cos PCO, of course, an angle. What is my adjacent? My adjacent is 5.66. I divide this by what? 10. Now, to find the angle PCO, I'll just take the cos the other side. So it will be cos inverse of 5.66 divided by what? 10. Alright, so you don't need to worry, you use your calculator. So shift cos, open the bracket, 5.66 divided by 10. Alright, what do you get? You get angle PCO is equal to 55.5 to 823806. So PCO is equal to, now when you are dealing with degrees, you round them off to one decimal place. So after a point, I'll count one digit, cut a line and consider this. Consider this one as what? 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. So our answer is 55.5 degrees. Alright? That is how we are going to get that one. And that brings us to the end of question 11. Go to the last one. Okay, let's deal with question 12. A, we are saying the diagram below shows triangle KMN in which KM is 8 kilometers, MN is 10 kilometers, angle KMN is 92, all right, as we are able to see. Then let's calculate KN. Okay, this is A Roman numeral 1. Okay, I've done this. So, if we have got two sides that are producing an angle, to get one of the sides, we are going to use the cosine rule. So if this is M, this will be denoted by small letter m, this is K, and this is N. Alright, so to find this one, so we are saying m squared is equal to, don't worry, the formula is given on the first page. Okay? As long as you know which formula you are supposed to use, this one, it's given. But of course, you may not use those letters that are there. Okay, so we're going to say m squared is equal to the other two sides, n and k. So n squared plus k squared minus 2nk cos of m. Alright. So now we are going to say m squared is equal to, what is our n? 8 squared plus, what is our k? 10 squared minus 2, 8. Here we put 10 times cos. What is angle m? Angle m is 92. Okay? So we are going to say m is equal to the square root, to get rid of this one, of whatever we are going to find here. So here you punch direct. You are going to say 8 squared plus 10 squared. Alright? Minus 2 open bracket, you put times 8 times 10. Okay, times cos 92. What do we get? This is the answer, alright? So we have 169.5839195. Alright? So, since m represents kn, we can say therefore kn direct here is equal to the square root you punch here. Okay, so you say punch the square root. What do you get? 13.02243908 kilometers. But you give your answers correct to three significant figures. So say kn is equal to 1, 2, 3. You cut here and consider this one as 0. 0 plus the 0 is 0. So you have 13.0 kilometers. Don't just write 13, alright? 13.0 kilometers. Collect to three significant figures. Okay? Then the area. Area, you look at the sides that are forming the angle. It is the 8 and the 10. So you're going to say half times 8 times 10 times sine 92. Alright? Then you say area is equal to 1 divided by 2 times 8 times 10 times sine 92. The no is supposed to be 92 here. Alright? What do we get? You get 39.975,633.08 square kilometers. Alright? But we give you answer correct to three significant figures. So our area will be 1, 2, 3. You cut here and consider this one as what? 1. 1 plus 9, 10. 0, you take 1, you put a point. 1 plus 9, 10. 0, you take 1. 1 plus 3, 4. So the answer is 40.0 square kilometers. Alright, 40.0 square kilometers is our answer. Okay? Then we go to Roman numeral 3. What is Roman numeral 3? Roman numeral 3. Let's find the shortest distance from M to Kn. The shortest distance from M here to Kn. Like that. So that we produce a what? A 90 degrees. So we want this. So in this case, this one that we are looking for becomes our height. And this becomes our base. Because we have converted that into a right angled triangle. So how do we get our h? The formula is h is equal to 2a over b. So 2a, what is our a? Our a is the area, which is 40.0 or 40 divided by, what is our base? Our base is from k to n. And what is kn? 13.0 or 13. Don't worry, get your calculator and find the answer. Alright? 2 by 40 is 80. Divided by 13. What do you get? You have got height is equal to 6.153846,154. Alright, so you say your height is equal to, correct to three significant figures. 1, 2, 3. You cut here and consider 3 as what? 0. 0 plus 5, 5. 6.15 kilometers is your shortest distance. Alright? Then we deal with part B. There's a question here. Solve that equation, trigonometric equation. Look at the range from 0 to 180. So you're saying 2 tan theta is equal to -3. So we are going to say, we divide by 2, we divide by 2. Alright? So tan theta is equal to, you can ignore the sign first, 2 over 3. The sign is just telling you where this tan is found. Right? Okay, so we are saying now, in this case, let me find alpha. I can introduce alpha. Say alpha or tan alpha is 3 over 2. Okay? If you want here, you can maintain this and introduce absolute value to give you this. Then your alpha will be tan inverse of 3 over 2. Okay? Again, that one you don't need to have headache. Just use your calculator, alright? So what is our alpha? We'll say shift tan of what? 3 divided by 2, which is a 0.5, 1.5. Okay, what we get? We get 56.30993247 degrees. So alpha, you round it off, collect to 1 decimal place, so it will be 56.3. Now, you need to know where tan is negative. Remember, when you use the Cartesian plane, you have all students take chemistry, meaning that tan is negative in the second and fourth quadrant. In the second and the fourth quadrant. But we cannot talk about the fourth quadrant because the range is 180. So we only deal with what? The second quadrant. So how do we get theta in the second quadrant? Say theta is 180 minus alpha. So say 180 minus what is our alpha? 56.3 degrees. Meaning that your theta is 180 minus 56.3 degrees. And you get 123.7 degrees. That one is done. Alright? That one is done. We go to the next part, which is part C. Alright, so we are going to say this is a question that we need to work out. We are told to simplify it. Alright, so we can say 25 p to the power 4 over 7 q squared times, here there is the q to the power 4. Now with these things you have to be careful because you can easily mix up things. So you have 21 q to the power 4 over 5 p to the power 6 times, here we say p over 15 q. Okay, so now what are we saying? To make our job easy, we can leave the letters for now. Alright, deal with the numbers. So here 7 is 1, 7 here it is 3. Okay, 5 here 1, 5 here it is 5. Alright, so 5 by 3 is 15. 15 and 15 will cancel, so numbers have gone. So I've got p to the power 4 over q squared times q to the power 4 over p to the power 6 times p over, this one has gone, this goes, you have q. Alright, so when you multiply these, you have got p and this one, this is like there's power 1 here and even here power 1. So p to the power 5, q to the power 4 over, this is q to the power 3 because of a 1 here, and p to the power 6. It makes your job easy. This one will cancel, here we remain with what? P. Alright? Here 1, here you remain with what? Q. So your answer is Q over what? P. Okay, that's where we end for this presentation, for this paper. Thanks so much. In case you are watching us for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. All right, thank you, and may the good Lord bless you all. All right, it has been a marathon, but you've managed. Thanks so much.